Welcome back to Cybertopia. This is our final group to do their first session of Season 2. Today we are playing with Vicky, who played as Subject 5,
Hello.
Morgan, who played as Zappp,
Hello.
and Jeph, who played as Timms.
Hello.
We're just going to dive straight into things and pick up where we left off. At the end of Season 2, all of you were in or around a large building in the industrial warehouse abandoned kind of district, and it exploded with you inside, and you all got caught up in the destruction. You find yourselves waking up in... They feel a little bit familiar. They're like cryopods, but they're not quite. Like, it's not like amazing core standard cryopods, but you awake in these kind of nice comfy beds, and you can see around you quite a fancy looking, maybe an apartment or something like that. I'm going to say the first of you to awaken is Zappp. Zappp, what do you do as you wake up from this slumber?
I think Zapp's reaction to waking up is to pretend to not be awake.
Okay. Do they look around at all, or like, are they sneaking a peek?
I think they'll take a minute and they'll listen. And they'll try to, they'll do the thing where they try not to make strange awake breathing patterns. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They'll be really still and then listen for a bit. And if they don't hear anything,
they do hear something.
What do they hear?
Like the sound of someone down like a hallway or something, like in the same sort of space, but maybe like the other end somewhere. You can hear a kind of femme voice singing. Like just like singing ditties to themselves,
Do I recognize this voice?
Yeah. I think you recognize this voice. This is someone you know or used to know a long time ago.
Okay. I'm gonna open one eye, but it's gonna be the eye on the opposite side of the room.
Okay. All right. Let's have a sneak and a peek roll. Let's go straight with some dice.
All right. What am I gonna use for this? Okay, I've rolled a 14. I'm gonna go. Do you think I can use Cyber Sovereign for this? Probably not. That seems a bit far-fetched.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We'll stick with my 14 roll. We'll leave it at that. We're a bit rough.
You recognize this place. This is an apartment that you've been in before. Maybe years ago. Maybe when you were younger. Yeah.
Okay.
You maybe didn't come here often, but you've definitely been in this place before. Maybe it doesn't quite fully click, but you kind of recognize that voice that you hear singing, and you kind of recognize the visual of the location, but it's not all quite clicking into place. Jeph, I'm going to say you may be the next one to stir from the sound of this voice singing down the corridor somewhere. What would you do?
Yeah, I'll snap up and look around where I'm at for a bit, let my eyes adjust, but then head in the direction of the voice.
Okay, so yeah, you also find yourself in one of these comfy kind of padded bed kind of things. It's like a pod, but it doesn't have the full enclosure and stuff. And you sit upright in the bed and look around, and it's quite a fancy looking apartment. You maybe look out of the window that's like maybe on the other side of the room, and you see there's water and like light streaming in. It's the morning. You can hear birds outside as well. And this voice singing down the corridor, you can't see the source of the voice. Maybe it's like down around a corner or something. But yeah, there's somebody else around. Vicky, what's Subject 5 doing in response to all this?
Does Subject 5 recognise the singing? The tune that's being sang, do they recognise it? Or
no, I think it's someone just like doodling to themselves sort of thing.
Okay.
Like
they probably just want to join in and just like bop, 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 just randomly.
I love it. Is Subject 5 sitting up, or are they laying down and doing this?
They're doing like a really big stretch. Like this is the comfiest bed that they've been in for a long time. So it's like a really big, like, when you just like woke up in a hotel and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm going to take the entire bed to stretch.
Maybe it's one of those situations where you've slept in amazing core cryopods your whole life, and now you're sleeping in something that's very soft. You're like, oh no, this is too soft. I need to stretch and crack the bones.
Exactly. Like everything's getting popped and cracked and everything. All the spines being put back together and everything. And yeah, we're just having a fun time in there. And then just like chilling out and sitting up and saying hello.
As Subject 5 starts kind of bopping along to this song that Subject 5 doesn't know, but it's kind of singing along, you hear the singing voice stop, and the voice goes,
oh.
And you see a person come around the corner, and it is a kind of glamorous, spindly femme presenting person, and she walks right up to Zapp's pod. Is Zapp still pretending to be asleep?
Hell yes. As soon as the ooh noise spoke up and like any of the others woke up, Zapp was instantly like, nope.
Okay, so this person makes eye contact with first subject 5. It's like, does a little wave and notices also Tim's sitting up and does a nod to Tim's and then like puts a finger to their lips and is like, shh, and then creeps up towards Zapp and gets right up to Zapp's face, gets their fingers, like lifts up the eyelids.
Hi, Casey. Hello. I know you're awake.
Okay, I mean, Zapp just stops pretending. But also Zapp is just like like mentally trying to like stabilize their emotions and going, oh fuck no, inside their head.
Casey, do you remember who you are? Like, do you remember who I am? I'm your old friend, Constance. Hi. Come on, sit up. Let's talk.
I think Zapp just sort of like mumbles under their breath, I hate you.
Oh, I know that's not true. Come on, darling. Sit up. Let's get you a drink.
Why am I here? Why are we here? Why are you here?
Oh, have I got the story to tell you? Oh, and hello, friends. I'm sorry I wasn't able to learn your friends' names. Hi, lizard person?
Hello.
And, smartly dressed man. Do they have names, Casey?
I don't know. I've never actually met these people before.
Okay, so jumping in with some lore, you do know of each other, even though you've not been on missions together. So, yeah, you've not technically met them because you've not been on missions, but you do know of each other in, like, a professional capacity.
So, like, work friends? I don't know what you'd be doing associating with people like this.
People like this? Like what, Constance? Like what?
She's stammering. You've bitten back more than I think she'd be used to. It's been probably several years since you've seen each other.
Okay, let's, like, take a step back. You need a drink. Let's get you a drink. Wine, gin, I don't really know what you drink these days.
Yeah, get me a gin and tonic, sprig of rosemary, and lemon.
Okay. And, lizard friend? I'm sorry, what is your name?
My name is Subject 5. Hello.
Okay, that's an interesting name.
It is nice to meet you.
Do you mind if I call you Sub? Or 5? Would you rather be 5?
I have never been given a choice. It is always been Subject 5.
Okay, well, I'll call you 5. Or V. V's nice. We'll call you V, yeah. V. Do you drink?
Yes.
From a glass, bowl,
Mostly from bottles. But yes, black glass and bowl can be done, yes.
Okay. And, smartly dressed man.
Yeah, I'll take an Amazing Corp officially approved carbonated beverage.
Okay. I don't know if I have any.
4 ice cubes.
I'll see what's in the fridge.
Subject 5's just looking for bells. Just, like, find where bells are going from.
And, sorry, fancy man. What's your name?
Tim's.
Tim's. A, like, nice, normal name. That's nice. I'm so sorry, Casey. You go by a different name, don't you? What is it now?
No, I
Zip,
don't. No,
dog.
no. And Casey's not even my name. It's Charlie. You know this. It's Charlie. Please stop calling me Casey.
I'm sorry. Like, force of habit. I think we need just a bit of a reset. We'll be fine.
She goes over to the other side of the room and looks in a couple of cupboards and is like,
I don't even know where the fridge is. I'll tell you what, I'll just call the butler.
and you see her like get a little data pad out and she like puts it to her ear. It's like, okay, yeah.
So Zappp is going to turn to the other two and just be like, I'm so sorry. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know why we're here.
Mm.
I'm Zappp, by the way. We haven't formally met. To you guys, I'm Zappp, but not here, okay? It's Charlie here. You got that? Yeah?
You got it, Chuck.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, subject 5. What do you need from me? How do I explain this?
It's just subject 5 is just going to look very confused. I don't think there is a point where you could like figure out people having 3 names just doesn't appear to. Subject 5 doesn't even have their own name, so 3 names is just out of there for subject 5. Don't understand that.
Let me put it this way, subject 5. I've been undercover for a really long time. Okay.
Just gonna look at the bed. If there's like a duvet on the bed.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Fine. You know what? Fuck it. Call me Zappp. I don't care.
Okay.
Zappp. Okay.
Zappp. Yep.
Whatever. That's fine.
Agreed.
That's my cousin. Just that. I don't know why we're here. I'm so sorry.
Constance now walks over back to you, like,
Yeah, like the butler? I don't know his name. He's gonna like bring up some beverages. We'll just have a nice chat. You don't have to stay on the beds. You can like come sit over on the couch. So, Charlie, I rescued you.
You did?
I did. I saved you. You were in like the grottiest field hospital. It wasn't even a hospital. And there was no field. I don't know why they call it that. It was just a tiny little building down by the docks, and it was horrible. You were on cots. Cots! They were like 3 inches off the ground. It was dirty. It was cold and damp, and there were these orderlies looking after you, and I said, oh no, that will not do. We cannot have Charlie, sleeping on a cot bed.
Okay. Yeah. I'm so sorry you had to go there.
So I got them to bring you up here, and it is so much nicer.
Why did you bring these 2 along with?
Oh, well, they were with you. I thought they might be like friends or something. I don't know what you do these days. I thought maybe Charlie's got a new life and got these new friends, and like, you know, they pulled you out of the rubble. You were an explosion.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, thank you, Constance. I really appreciate it. I think if everyone's feeling like their limbs are functioning properly, I think we might just need to get going. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Can you shake for me?
Subject 5 is just going to move every single limb just to check that they all work. Do like a little robot dance. And then just nod at the end of it.
Yeah, Tim's will give you a couple finger guns.
Oh, hey, look at that. We're doing great. Thank you so much, Constance. Really appreciate it.
Look, you like haven't eaten, except for like through tubes, for like a week. You should probably just, look, I'm going out for like a few minutes and I've got a shoot to do, but you're welcome to stay here for a little bit and just, I don't know, get your bearings. You can call someone. I don't know.
At this point, Zappp sort of straightens up, and I don't know, like you could almost see like this persona descending on Zappp that you've probably never seen before. And in a really overly polite way, Zappp turns their head sort of kind of coquettely to Constance and says, oh, thank you so much. Do you know, why don't you stay and eat with us? But like everyone else in the room is pretty certain that means no, go away. Or at least maybe not subject 5. Tim's can probably maybe tell that's what that means.
Sure.
I think Constance is not the most intuitive of people, and so this goes completely over her head, and she thinks you're being like totally serious, and she's like,
I am so sorry. I would love to. But I'm going over to the View, and I'm going to see the CB boys, and they're going to do a shoot with me. We're going to do something over the waterfront. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be all over Headspace. I'm going viral, darling.
Oh, excellent. Congratulations. Hey, would you do me a favor? You know, I'm just really feeling under the weather, as you can probably guess. Would you just not tell anyone that you saw me? I really don't want to, like, present myself to anyone until I'm really at my best. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, darling, you don't have to worry. I wouldn't want anyone to know I saw you.
Brilliant. Thank you. I'll definitely put an announcement on the app later that I'm fine and not to worry about it, okay? You just leave it to me.
Oh, I don't know if you should do that.
What? Why?
I think you might be in some trouble.
This is where Zappp gets up and stands up to their full height over Constance and says, what for? And now we're back to Zappp, and we're not Charlie anymore. We're Zappp again.
Wow. Subject 5 over there, having like existential crisis on your behalf, I think.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think Constance kind of looks at you, then looks down at her own feet and like is fiddling with her fingers like,
I think someone might have been trying to get rid of you because, like, all of your accounts are gone and they couldn't find you in the databases. Like, when you were in that field hospital, they had no idea who you were. I was the only one who was like, oh, wow, we gotta get Charlie out of here.
Yeah. Zappp definitely takes a minute to process this.
And yeah, your friends, no one knows who they are. And no one came looking for them.
Gives a concerned look at Tim's and subject 5 and sort of like kind of looks at Tim's to see if Tim's like has any insight on the subject.
Connie, am I to understand no one knows who I am?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tim's. I've never heard of you, but you look very smart.
Well, that's not helpful. I'm not.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Fee, are you the smart one in the group?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe Fee can figure some stuff out for you.
Okay.
Constance, can you just tell me, if no one knew who we were at the field hospital and it was such a horrible place as you described, why were you there?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. I was kind of caught by the CSP with some substances I really shouldn't have had, and I kind of had to do some community service.
she looks like the most shamed that you've ever seen this girl.
Constance, it's, you remember when Willoughby had to do that 3 years ago? It's not that bad.
We did
Be
laugh
okay.
at
Everyone
her a
will
lot,
forget.
though.
Everyone, but everyone forgot after like 3 years, right?
Well, no, because you just brought it back up.
Yeah, but like we don't talk about it as much.
Maybe you don't, but you've not been around for like 2 years.
Okay.
What was Amazing Core like?
Sorry, Amazing Core? What?
Didn't you like go to a new life at Amazing Core?
No, I don't recall that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this a secret?
Well, I mean, it must be a secret to me too. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, Connie. You're so funny. Hey, didn't you say you have shoot to go to?
She looks so confused, and she looks at the other two, like trying to figure something out, and the synapses are just not firing. And so she just like just does a big smile. It's like,
yeah, I do. I do have a shoot to go to. I'm gonna go now. Look, if you want to stay, you can stay for like, I don't know, a few hours or something. I'm gonna be bringing some people back here, so I was just gonna like push the pods into the other room so you wouldn't be seen. But you're awake now, so you can be gone when I come back. But feel free to like log onto the network from my console and, I don't know, use the network to contact your people or...
That's wonderful, Constance. Thank you so much. Look, I'll get a spare key from the butler. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know. Gregory? Is it Joseph? It could be anything. I don't know. Steven? I'm sure he's nice. He'll be up with your drinks in a minute. I'll be back later, but if you want to see me again, you'll know where to find me.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Thanks, Constance. All right. Kill that show. All right. Bye.
Bye, Fee.
Bye.
And bye, Tims. It was nice
Goodbye.
meeting you.
Mm-hmm.
and she trundles off down the hallway, and you hear the door slam behind her, and you've got the place to yourself for a little bit until the butler comes in.
What the actual fuck?
Hello, and welcome to the mid-roll. Hope you're enjoying the episode so far, and finding this season as brilliant to listen to as it has been to run. The keen-minded of yous out there may notice that, with this being the final group to be introduced, we have not seen the return of Buran, played in Season 1 by Ray. Sadly, for personal reasons, Ray had to pull out of the show before we even got to do the finale of Season 1, which is why, during that, we had him somewhat written out of the show. But We did part on good terms, and we'll find ways to pay homage to the character during this season. We've only got one voice actor in this episode, and you've just been hearing the wonderful Lucky Red Sparrow playing the part of Constance, the wayward Zapp's cousin. I know Sparrow from the Woodbury Heroes Marvel actual play, which she was on with Dee from Cybertopia. And Sparrow and I have also just this week started playing in a Supers game using the Cypher system, being run by Dee on that same Twitch channel, so go check that out when you get a chance. And of course, not forgetting our 3 superb players from this session.
Hello, I'm Vix, I play Subject 5, and you can find me on Blue Sky, Twitch, and YouTube as the Counselling DM.
Hey everybody, my name is Jeph, and I play Constant, formerly known as Tim's. I can be found online as I'm the GM of the Big Campaign podcast. You can find us on Twitter, Blue Sky Threads, pretty much anywhere, at Big Campaign Pod or Big Campaign Stories.
Hi, I'm Morgan, aka Tempest. You can find me on social media at morganjtempest.bsky.social, and you can download my games for free at morganjtempest.itch.io. I'm currently active in the UK LARP scene, writing and providing faction support for a new Fest LARP called Menhir's Fate, starting the 1st of April 2025. Read about the game at menhirsfate.com, MENHIRS fate.com. Come find me in the field.
Our mid-roll promo this episode goes out to horror comedy actual play podcast Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. It's a spooky atmospheric show using the Vason system that I've really not seen on many actual plays yet, but I've played it before and the system is brilliant. This show sets it in the Northwest US, which is a marked difference to the standard Euro folklore that the base game uses, so you're in for some intriguing discoveries and deep creepy lore of the Seattle region.
The year is 1888, and we find ourselves in the far-flung corner of the United States, called the Pacific Northwest, in the 2 small towns of Seattle and Ballard. Under rainy gray skies and among the giant old-growth pine forests, there are secrets hiding, invisible to most people, except for those with the second sight. Join us for a new actual play podcast called Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle. My name is Brian Kershaw, and I'll be your host and game master for this trip into a supernatural Seattle, where my friends and I will be playing a role-playing game called Vason. Our show is a mix of comedy and horror, and we would love for you to join us. You can find episodes at spiritsandmonsters.com, or follow and subscribe for new episodes every other Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. We can't wait for you to join us.
Subject 5's got you straight to those 2 cupboards that Constance was having a look at before.
Yeah.
So she's just gonna Subject 5's just gonna look in and see what there is.
Okay, so if Subject 5 is searching through the cupboards, let's have a searching roll to see what you find.
Oh my gosh, what do I add to that? Could that be danger sense at all? Or
I don't think there's anything dangerous in this whole apartment.
okay, 13.
Okay. I'm trying to think what you would find in a cupboard that Constance would have thought maybe there was food or drink in it, but it's actually not got anything in it like
It's
that.
probably notepads or something.
I'm thinking probably clothes. I think probably all of her cupboards just have clothes in, and she's gone to the
annoying.
clothes cupboard thinking maybe there's some food or drink, and it's just not. So yeah, you find yourself some sort of outfit. What kind of outfit would Subject 5 like to find?
It'd have to be the most garish outfit. What instantly comes to mind is the tracksuits from the 90s with the really noises.
A shell suit.
Shell suit, yes. If there's any massively coloured shell suits from the 90s.
So Constance is very fashionable, very fancy.
Oh.
So I think probably what you find is like a sequin shell suit.
Yes.
Oh no, a sequin pantsuit.
Lovely.
With like a V-neck, a plunging V-line. Yeah.
Please tell me it says juicy on the back.
No, but it definitely has like different color sequins on the butt area. So that
maybe that's couture now. Maybe having words like that is couture in this world.
Amazing. Yeah.
And maybe Tim's would recognize this from like one of his disco kind of outfits that he wears sometimes. But you can put it on right now if you want, and this would be a +1 sequin jumpsuit sort of item that you can have permanently on your sheet.
It's already been stepped up. It's already on there.
So yeah, this will be a permanent item on your sheet. And
amazing.
You can be fancily dressed.
+1.
Tim, sorry, what was Tim's doing?
Yeah, Tim's is having an existential crisis over the idea that if nobody knows who he is and he doesn't have any money and he's not famous, He doesn't have a name? Yeah, after realizing he's a man with no name, he also realized he's a man with no clothes. So,
I mean, you are still wearing what you were wearing when you were in the explosion.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Constance has definitely cleaned you all up a bit. Hasn't like changed your clothes because that would be way too invasive, but didn't want dirty people on her beds.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll search around for, I guess, regular clothes. I imagine my holographic tuxedo is probably pretty dinged up.
Yeah, it's not doing its holographicness anymore.
So, yeah, I'll grab a hoodie and some jeans and...
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to do a searching roll as well?
Yeah,
See what you can plunder from Constance's apartment.
I have rolled a 6.
Okay. Yeah, you just find some regular clothes. And maybe you find like her laundry day clothes and it's like a hoodie and some sweatpants, but they are at least like different to what you were wearing.
If they fit, there will be a brief moment in Tim's head where he'll wonder, could he be a constant? Just kind of like, I need a new name. I need something else to hold on to. So
right.
it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think because like she is high end, she's from high society. Like all of her clothes are like this special fabric that adjusts exactly to the wearer's dimensions. So you go to put these stuff on, you're like, these are never going to fit, and they're like, oh, they're perfect.
Okay, I rolled a 19. I'm
okay.
definitely looking for some wedge heels, black and or iridescent, something understated but elegant.
Okay, just the
A
heels.
cape.
You want other
Ideally a
clothes?
cape.
Okay.
No, I'm talking in addition to the heels.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of outfit in general? Are you looking for a fancy thing or?
I think I'm just looking for something typical Zappp, really. Something that is very practical, but can pass as like elegant streetwear.
Okay. I think you also find a pantsuit, but it's like a more smart wear, maybe like smart casual kind of pantsuit that you would wear to a gala or something like that. And yeah, it's got one of those like capes that drapes off of one shoulder.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And an epaulette on the other with like gold chains. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So you can have +2 smart casual wear.
Okay. And so am I already wearing my drone brooch or do I find it like on a table?
Yeah. Any of your gear that you have managed to retain, Connie has helpfully just put in a pile in like maybe like a fruit bowl on the side somewhere. There's like a pile of your stuff. So like Tim's handy cam and the drone brooch. She didn't know what these things were, but they were with your bodies. So you've got them.
Okay. All right.
There's probably like a smashed up pair of sunglasses as well that were found near Subject 5.
Oh no.
The other thing I'm looking for is a knife.
Oh, okay.
Preferably something I can throw or heels that look like something I can throw and kill a person with.
Okay. There are no knives or implements of any kind in this room. There is no kitchen. There is no cutlery or anything. But you can find a pair of, like you said, wedge heels, but they are chunky wedge heels that if you hit someone with these, you think you could do some pretty hefty damage. Okay, so she also mentioned that you could use her console to connect to the network if you want to look anything up or anything before you leave. And she would have pointed to, like when she was saying that, like a small table in the corner with like a console on that you could connect to if you want to. Otherwise, you look out to like this big glass panoramic view that looks out onto the harbor, and you can see like boats coming and going. It's a very fancy kind of penthouse apartment you're in.
If no one else is going to go for the console, Zappp will.
What do you want to look up?
Well, I want to confirm that none of us can be found on the internet. Like, I'm going to look at all my accounts and apps and things for my wealthy elite persona that I've carefully developed over many years.
All right, let's have a looking up the internet roll then.
That is a 15.
Okay. Is that including anything? You got research, right?
Yeah. We'll throw research on that. But that's it. Yeah, so 16 total.
Yeah, you're surfing the web for a little while and you look up every account you can remember and there's nothing there. You're even looking up like your old accounts from like when you were a teenager. Everything is gone. There is no trace of you.
Finally, someone got rid of my live journals.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose probably Subject 5 and Tim's maybe peering over your shoulder.
Yeah, I'd probably watch with interest. Of not existing. And I guess use this time to have Charlie here assist me in connecting my lenses to the network.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's Zappp, please just call me Zappp, okay? Just I wanna keep this as separate as I can. Please. If you don't, just no. Hopefully you will never come back here again.
Yeah, so as you're doing this, maybe you look up some of the details on the other two to see if you can find them. There's absolutely nothing. You don't even know what you could look up for Subject 5 because their entire existence has been within Amazing Corp.
Oh, wait, no, we should have some video because I was recording video when we did the tower. I had at least my equipment then.
Yeah.
Not that we'll find it, but that's the one time I know that we've recorded Subject 5 is when we were in the Dark Tower. I had the camera built in.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
that recording went to Amazing Corp.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
But
I'm sure it's gone.
You took, I think, a hard copy or like a backup copy for yourself, if I remember correctly. So
Mhm.
you can look through the footage that's stored on the Handycam, and you can see, oh yeah, no, we definitely did exist, but no one else has seen this footage, and it's not anywhere on the internet. You also look through some of maybe Tim's old adverts that he'd been in, other shows that he'd been an extra in and stuff, and he's been replaced in every single one of them.
Oh no,
Oh wow.
it's a Mandela effect.
You don't exist and you never did.
Oh no.
And what about Amazing Corp? What do we find on Amazing Corp?
So Amazing Corp has been in the news a lot lately because there was a large explosion, and Amazing Corp are kind of technically the caretakers of the city. They are responsible for most things in the city. They have announced the explosion as an unscheduled demolition. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that you find online of like some people blaming Amazing Corp for it. Some people are blaming like terrorists or like other factions that were like anti-Amazing Corp. A lot of unsubstantiated claims and people just making wild shit up. Someone's like, there was an exploding sheep that got stuck in a vent, and talk of killer robots. There was a large number of bodies that were found in the rubble of the explosion, but there was also a civilian village that was kind of homeless people living under that building, but they all managed to get evacuated somehow, and all of those people survived. But there was a lot of like militia people that were found in that rubble, and there were people like putting up missing notices and stuff like that. So there was definitely people looking for all of those kind of people, but no one came looking for you lot, and no one knows about any of you. There's no reports of survivors.
This is all right. We can
Okay.
work with this.
Yes.
We couldn't, you know what? This is honestly the best we could have hoped for. If they wanted to make us look bad, that would have been a lot harder work, but they've just deleted us. And obviously, we still exist. We can work with that.
Existing?
You all right there, buddy? Tims? You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing the patting all the pockets, even though I know I have nothing in them. Like, yeah, we're good.
Okay, good. Subject 5?
Hello.
Any issues?
No.
Okay, this seems to be pretty normal for you. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're good. I think we can work with this.
I've
Okay.
put together the 3 characters that have the most potential for existential crises.
Yes, you have.
This was completely unintentional. Okay, so I mean, you're all in this apartment. You've got plenty of time to kind of find some footing for yourselves, but you can't stay here forever. You have no money in any of your accounts, and yeah, you need to find something to do, somewhere to go, some reason for existing now.
Oh no.
Does the butler bring us our drinks?
Yeah, so like maybe half an hour later, whilst you've been browsing the web and looking for yourselves and stuff, a small, like maybe 2 foot tall robot just appears from like behind a cabinet or something with a tray, and it's almost like an R2-D2 in the cantina sort of situation. Just carries this tray of drinks over to you, and there's like some sort of sparkling juice, and there's a small bowl of water, like a soup bowl of water, and then a glass of, was it gin and tonic with a sprig of rosemary?
Yep, and a slice of lemon.
Yeah, and a slice of lemon. Yeah, and a tumbler of that.
Zappp very coldly, not even looking at the robot butler, says, "That took you long enough."
It doesn't respond.
Clarity's going to be so mad at me.
As soon as you pick up the drinks, the robot turns around and goes back where it came from.
Bye.
So Tim's will catch his reflection in the glass holding the amazing corpse soda and will give himself the thumbs up before kind of turning around and looking at Subject 5 and Zappp.
I like the way Subject 5 just keeps on saying hello.
Every time.
I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to say hi.
Hello.
Do you think they were trying to kill us?
You know, the last thing I remember is the lights turning red on our headsets. So, yeah, I do. I really do.
Well, like us specifically, or do you think that they were there, that we were there to help keep all those work leaders and militia members and unions in one spot? If they evacuated the homeless, then...
Do you mean were we the target or were we just collateral damage? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh, both? I mean, I'm thinking back on it. I'm pretty sure they didn't. I mean, they told us repeatedly they didn't want people finding out what we were doing, right? And how do you make sure that happens? You kill the agents too.
Might occur to you as you're having this conversation is that literally everyone else died. There were no survivors pulled out of that building apart from you, at least in the reports.
Tim's, are you okay?
Yeah. I guess I'm trying to think about why somebody tried to kill me.
I don't think it's, if it's any comfort, I don't think it's about you specifically. It's not personal, I guess.
There's that look on his face of like, that's not of comfort.
That's worse.
At least let me earn my assassination.
This means it's just business. I'm just an asset.
Yeah, I'm just leftover nachos after the taco breaks apart.
Oh no! Oh, that's a horrible analogy.
Oh!
Oh man!
So sad.
No, I want nachos.
I guess Tim's will catch up with himself a bit. And Subject 5, where have you been since the tower?
Just looking very blank. It's just sort of, I don't know if Subject 5 has the capacity to be able to tell you what happened on the roof of the last time that Subject 5 was awake, but they'll try and do some sort of interpretive dance of the events that were happening and what was going on.
I think this needs a roll.
Yeah, I'll roll, we'll see what happens. Can I use my reptilian nature as like little graceful movements maybe?
Yeah, and I'll
try and
give you
push it up a little
reptilian
bit.
enhancements as well. The body enhancements.
Oh yeah, I have my enhancements as well. So that will put it to a 14.
Awesome.
So somehow Subject 5 manages to do like the right kind of movements to convey that they were on the outside of the building. They cleared the area and put some sort of device on the roof. And then they saw a giant robot fall from the sky and smash into the building. And they got attacked by some sort of exploding drone thing. And then the whole building blew up.
Pretty much that.
Yeah, Tim's will confidently nod along and yeah, okay. And I was inside the building. So Zappp, where were you?
I was also inside the building. I must have just been on another level.
Oh, okay.
I guess I don't know if it's worth asking the question, but it is interesting nonetheless. Was the payload in the building itself aimed at the building from outside, or was it in our headsets? Was that enough to take the whole building down? It sounds like we were distributed throughout quite well enough to maybe have done so.
Tims, can I have some sort of analysis kind of role, I guess?
Okay. Oh,
I don't
geez.
know if you've got anything that could go into this.
Introspection is not one of Tim's skills.
No. But you could just do a flat roll.
Yep. Here comes a flat roll. 15.
Okay. You think back to that moment that the explosion happened, and you distinctly remember it coming from below. You were on the ground floor, but maybe you noticed that the floor rumbled first before like caving in and then the whole building going up.
Okay.
You are aware that there were more than 3 teams. There was a 4th team that none of you were on because you were all on separate teams. There was a 4th team. You don't know where or what the purpose of that team was.
Yeah. Yeah. Tim's is just kind of lost trying to put together these bigger questions, and we'll look for interpretive dance guidance or actual intellect from Subject 5 and Zappp.
I was going to ask if we could look up the names of the other people, like Julian.
Yeah. Okay, so you go through the internet as well. After looking for yourselves and everything, you start looking up the other members of your squads that you'd been on missions with previously. Similarly, none of them exist. No, not a trace, except let's have a research roll again.
Okay. 16 plus 1.
Okay, you're doing well with your research already.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, subject 5 would remember Cyan, because Cyan ate the explosive drone that was coming up.
Oh my god.
Okay.
But yeah, so when you're looking up Cyan, you find a lot of people who are looking for Cyan. All like note of them on the internet has been scrubbed because Cyan used to be like a Steve Irwin type documentarian kind of person and had like a Headspace channel with all their videos and stuff. And that channel is gone and all of those videos are gone. And in fact, when you look them up, similarly to Tim's, there are videos, but they've had his voice and image removed. So they've done a similar thing to him. But he had a fan base that was pretty unusual. And that fan base still exists. And there are people putting out like viral messages of, where's Cyan? And people are looking for Cyan. And whilst you're searching through, you find some messages back to one of these people. There's an account called Table Eater that was like putting up messages saying, where's Cyan? And there's a response to that from another account trying to arrange a meeting place.
Did a meeting ever take place? Was the meeting ever arranged, or was it just left?
You don't see any other messages after that.
So we've got a place. We don't have a date and time.
Sounds like we should check it out.
Yeah.
Someone was trying to make a meet with this random person looking for Cyan.
Okay.
The messages that were sent, how far away from where we are now, if the computer has like a date and time at the bottom type thing? It's like 3 years ago or something.
Yeah, no, these are recent. This is
Okay.
like maybe happened yesterday. It's very recent.
Okay.
Maybe you do some like fancy internet sleuthing or something, and you find the IP address that message was sent from, and it was in the north part of the city. Now if you're on the harbour, you're in the south part of the city.
Makes sense.
Well, it's a lead.
Yes.
And I think Zappp goes quiet for a second and turns to Tim's in the subject 5 and says, look, I think after all that we've realized, you'd be within your rights to just leave and disappear and go start a new life. But we could also, I mean, I don't know exactly what we'd be doing yet, but we could. I'm not content. What about you?
Okay. We go together.
Subject 5 does his head hold.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'm standing in a position so if you saw the camera, it'd be all three of us, like is where you're centered in subject 5 and I'm on the side. And I'll definitely do that turn and I'm in.
And this is when the opening credits start, the title sequence.
Puts out the handy cam and takes a selfie of you.
Yep.
You get the nice backdrop of the harbour.
Exactly, yeah. Using the connected lenses mostly to make sure my selfies look really good.
All right, let's have a roll to see how well you take a selfie.
All right, this is with a +2.
Yeah, the two of you can do an assist roll
Yeah.
to make it look good. You can definitely include Cyber Sovereign. And if you want to be particularly reptilian, you can do that.
Okay, so that's 15 plus 3.
Oh,
Okay, that's a +2 to Tim's. And then for subject 5,
sorry, 15 altogether.
okay, and that's a +1.
Yeah.
So a +3 for
Okay,
Tim's from the assist.
Okay, I guess I'll use the +1 from hand camera, +1 connected lenses, and +3 from media personality.
Yeah,
All right,
Okay.
perfect. So with our powers combined, I get an 18.
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, you take a really sharp selfie.
Yeah, Zappp is giving like sword and sorcery in a black pantsuit vibes. Like there's no wind. You're indoors, all the windows are shut, but you're pretty sure that Zapp's hair is blowing in the wind.
I'm imagining like you've got the wedge heels off and over your shoulder, like they're like being wielded like weapons. Yeah. Are you doing anything with this image? Are you just going to keep it on the camera, or are you going to upload it anywhere or anything like that?
I think I'm going to keep this picture for myself, as this is proof that we all exist.
Mm-hmm.
And for Tim's to start addressing that this is a new person, that the old person isn't real anymore.
Okay. Do you think he's actually going to take up the moniker Connie?
No, but he is going to take up the moniker Constant.
Okay.
Love it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Keeping a constant. I like it. How about subject 5? Are they going to keep on going by subject 5 or?
Yes.
Okay. You're not going to take up Fee. Fee didn't
No.
stick.
Not really, no. I don't think Fee suits them, to be fair. No.
Okay. And Zapp's just going back to Zapp.
Yeah, Zappp.
So what
Zappp is, well, between you and me, Zappp is possibly the realest form of Zappp that anyone in Zapp's presence actually knows.
Okay. So you have a vague direction to go in. Like maybe if you get to the north part of the city, you wander around enough, you might find Sayan, because Sayan's pretty weird and pretty noticeable. And chances are, if you lot were found all together, Sayan might be together with some other people that you'd know and recognize as well. So you can, if you want, head up northwards. It's probably going to take you a while. Going by foot, probably maybe 2 hours to walk across the city. It's morning time, so you might come into the kind of end of rush hour sort of time, but you can go by foot across the city if you want, or you can try and find a different route or something, or you can go somewhere else entirely if you want. All up to you.
I'm happy with north. On foot, unless anybody's got any transport ideas.
Nope. I'm down to follow and walk north. And
I think first of all, Zappp is going to go into Constance's office and look for at least confirmation that she actually had this community service.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go rifle through Constance's desk then.
That's a 19 plus 1.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You find some like slips or like data pads, and yeah, she definitely did have community service. She was caught with turbo cane, and yeah, actually I think she was DUI, and
Okay.
whilst you're rifling through her stuff, you can find there's like some sort of fob, and you can find some credit chips as well.
Okay. My intent was essentially, to call up a car service, because the car service is for these wealthy people. They're very discreet.
Mm-hmm.
Smart. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that if you want. You also do have some car keys.
Okay, so I have an actual car.
Yeah.
But one that's registered to Constance.
Mm-hmm. You also have her credit cards, or at least some credit. She probably has.
Yeah, I can throw Constance under the bus. That's fine.
To be honest, she probably won't even notice.
No, yeah. She'll be too high. She'll think she actually did it.
Okay, so you head down to the ground floor and you press the button on the car fob, and within like 20 seconds, her car drives itself around and pulls up in front of you, and you can all pile in.